Hi, I'm Pat Moriarty, Director of Training and Development at Our Community, and we're going over the top 10 tips on dealing with the media in a crisis. Tip number 1, easy to say, hard to do, stay calm. And if you can't stay calm, get someone who can. The media will feel off you getting angry or losing control, so make sure that you can get your story read and said in the best possible manner. Tip number 2 is to get your story out there. If there's rumour, innuendo or incorrect statements being made, you need to get out there as quickly as you can on the front foot with the facts. So please do it as quickly as you possibly can. They do want to hear your side of the story. Tip number 3 is to work out what you can legally release. So be conscious that the situation you're in is a little bit of a firestorm, that you don't want to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. Be clear. If you need to have that legally verified, get that legal verification as soon as you possibly can. Tip number 4 is release as much as you can, as quickly as you can. So first you need to acknowledge that there is a crisis, but your group needs to get your words and your defence out into the public as soon and as practical as you possibly can. Tip number 5, say what you only know to be true. So don't guess, don't answer questions you're unsure of the answer to. So be factual, be prompt, be exact. Tip number 6 is avoid speculation or answering hypothetical questions. Don't speculate. Stick to what actually did happen, not what might have happened. If you try and get drawn into questions that are hypothetical, you can say, look, I'm not too sure of the facts at this stage. I'd be happy to get back to you at a later stage, or I prefer not to deal in hypotheticals. I deal with 100% facts, so let's make sure of that. Tip number 7 is challenge information that you know is wrong. So if there is rumour, if there is innuendo, or is anything out there that could possibly not be true, dispute it, stick to the facts, but make sure that those stories are put to one side. Don't forget you've got a lot of avenues these days. You can put that repudiation on your websites. You can get media releases out there stating that it's untrue. But again, act quickly. As soon as you know it, you've got to stop that story. Tip number 8 is to speak in easily understood, straightforward and calm manner. So avoid jargon, avoid legalese, speak in plain English, and you'll be 100% better off. Tip number 9 is to actually show some empathy and concern. If something has actually gone wrong that's leading to your organisation to have a little bit of a bother, then please show that concern. It's no use sitting there and pretending it hasn't happened. Show the concern, what you've tried to do and how you've managed that incident, and you'll be a lot better off. And tip number 10 is we'd love that thing called no comment to no longer exist. So just ban it. As a matter of policy within your organisation, it's not that you ever say no comment. You can turn that into a positive and say, well, look, all I can say at this stage is this bit, or I can't answer that until I get 100% of the facts, rather than no comment. You know, I think we've all seen those news stories when someone comes out and says no comment. Now, I think a lot of us think when it's no comment, it means I think you do want to comment, but you just can't. So think of ways that you can work around that, because it really can lead to you being seen as in a negative light when you have got those crises. And again, just to summarise, stick to the facts, get your story out, and you'll be a lot better off. Good luck.